Alright. Hey chat. We're back. New video. Thumbnail. I be forgetting to do that. So look. I might as well reveal the company to y'all. Cause I'm not going. I'm not there anymore. I left. US Express. US Express was the company that I was trying to go with. It did not work out. For all of the footage that you've seen prior to this. What I'm doing now is I'm packing up. Today's Tuesday. I left yesterday. Yesterday was Monday, Martin Luther King Day. Today's Tuesday. I am packing up to go to another orientation with another company this following Monday. Of course, they have to get like my paperwork and documents and all that back to fully approve me. Right now, I'm under the, I can never say this word. Right now, I'm under the contingent offer. I hope that's how you say it. Right now, I'm under that. So, yeah, they got to get the paperwork back, MVR. Everything's going to check out. As long as US Express doesn't like try to do no weird stuff. They shouldn't. I mean, I didn't cuss these people out. I didn't do anything crazy. I respected everybody while I was there. What do you want? I told her about all my companies. Like, I was honest about everything. I told her about all my companies, blah, blah, blah. Like, I don't think there should be an issue. So I'm supposed to be starting orientation with another company on Monday. And we'll see how that goes, right? It's going to be for the Dollar General fresh account. It's ironic how the universe works, and we'll get into that in a second. So, starting with why I left US Express in 2 weeks. I started with them. I started my orientation January 5th, got hired on January 9th. I quit yesterday. I think it was January. I don't have another phone. Yesterday was what, January 18th, 19th, like, and I never got started with them, y'all. I never got a truck. So, right now, like I said, I'm packing for my next orientation. So anyways, right? So what made me ultimately leave US Express is that when I really, so, okay, let's dial it back some. So Monday, right? I wake up, I call the terminal. I tried to call the number for the guy named James. He didn't, and in order to reach James, I had to have an extension. They didn't give me an extension. So I had to call the shop. I was like, hey, is there a guy named James there? I'm supposed to be like talking to him about my truck. They're like, oh, mind you, this is like 7 in the morning. They're like, oh, I don't think James comes in until 10. So call back around 10. I'm like, all right. And then I had to speak to my FM. My FM doesn't work on Monday. Somebody else does. Somebody fills in for him. So I'm talking to her. She's like, yeah. I'm like, hey, if my truck can't be fixed today, is it cool for me to just wait at home? Because based off how they're describing this alignment rep to me is that it's very rare for him to get there the same day or the next day. I'll probably be waiting like 2 days or maybe even a week. And she was like, oh, we'll just have to wait and see what they say, because we don't want to send you home, have to bring you all the way back out if it's only going to be a day or two. And she was like, oh, and your FM was like, we're looking at, maybe just extending your hotel stay so that you don't have to keep going back and forth to, the terminal. I'm like, well, yeah, I got me checking out, so I'm going to be doing that anyways, right? So basically their plan was to just keep me up there so they don't have to spend money sending me home on a Greyhound, spend money bringing me back. But I'm saying you're spending money at this hotel every night. Not to mention I'm also spending money feeding myself, Ubering around. I did end up getting them to pay for my ride share because I thought about it. I'm like, why am I paying for my ride share? Y'all should be paying because my truck's not ready and it's on y'all. So, like, I was Ubering myself around, like, to and from the terminal. I'm like, why am I doing this? Why don't I have them do it? So, I started having them Uber me around. I had them Uber me from Walmart to, because I go back to Walmart to exchange sizes for my coat and the sweatpants I bought. So I'm like, why don't y'all Uber me from Walmart to the terminal so I can wash all my clothes together? Like, I wash my new clothes too because I just like washing. If I get new clothes, I like to wash them before I wear them. So they Uber me from Walmart to the terminal. And then I wanted her to Uber me from the terminal back to the hotel. She started making a big fuss about like Ubering back to the hotel. She was like, oh, well, there's a shuttle that runs from the terminal that you're at to the hotel. It was Sunday. That terminal was not running. I mean, that shuttle was not running. And then there was nobody in the terminal but like 3 people. And I guess they don't work on Sundays. Their mechanics don't work on Sundays. There was no shop people. The shop was closed. I couldn't get into any of the doors. If there was at least 1 or 2 people there, I did not see them. Did not hear from them. Did not hear anybody talk about them. And mind you, there's no, like at Rail, they have the shuttle hours posted. Like, hey, the shuttle comes here to this place at this time. They didn't have that here at US Express. So I'm like, okay, they don't have a shuttle. And if they do, it's not running. I go outside. There is a shuttle there, but like it's not running. It's just parked here. So I'm like, no, the shuttle doesn't run on Sundays. But like screw all this. Just get me to get Uber. Like $11, $12 Uber, whoop de doo. But I'm not about to keep paying for it when it's not my fault that I'm stuck up here. Y'all are the multi-million-dollar company. I am a regular human being who drives trucks for a living. Pay my Uber, shawty. So I end up calling her back. I'm like, hey, there's nobody here, blah, blah, blah. She's like, okay, we'll get you a ride share. Cool. I'm doing laundry at the terminal. And I'm just thinking to myself, like, I'm not even supposed to be here. Like, I'm not supposed to be here. Monday comes around. Like I said, I already told you about Monday. The phone call, all that. I check out the hotel. I get to the terminal. I look for James. Because I called again on my way to the terminal. Nobody, like, oh, he's not here. I get to the terminal. It's like 11-ish, 11:30-ish. They're like, oh, James doesn't come in until noon. It's like, you told me he came in at 10. Now you're telling me he comes in at noon. The reason why the time pushback is an issue is because the later he gets here, the later he gets to my truck, the later I can make a decision on if, like, because the Greyhound, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause that's my way to get home. If the later it gets in the day, because, like, the closer you, so I'm gonna put to y'all like this. For those of y'all that have never taken Greyhound or you've never bought your own ticket, the closer you get to the time of the bus actually arriving, the higher the ticket gets. If they can let me know sooner than later about my truck and like what's going on as far as the alignment rep, I will have a better ticket price available to get home. And then also, if I would have had the terminal set it up, or the US Express set it up, they would have paid for it for me to get home, and I would have been able to pick my bus because I had checked the Greyhound that morning. I was like, if I end up going home, I want to go home on the 4 p.m. bus because the 4 p.m. bus gives y'all enough time because that shop opens up at 7 a.m. from what I've been told. It gives y'all from 7 a.m. to like 2 p.m. ish to you know what y'all gonna do with my truck and reach out to this alignment rep. Well, now this man don't get here till noon. So now we're at noon, and I can already account for. I said he's probably gonna spend his first hour just checking in with everybody, looking at emails, just going over whatever happened over the weekend or whatever, right? So with all that being said, he's probably not gonna look at my truck until about 1-ish, 2-ish, maybe. And then that puts me in a bind for buying my ticket or for them to buy my 4 p.m. ticket to get up out of here, right? To go home. That based off when the rep can get out here. Because I didn't want to catch the damn 1 a.m. bus. That's me waiting all day just to catch the 1 a.m. bus. And not to mention, and then different Greyhounds give you different times to get home. Like there was one bus, mind you, I'm only 3 hours away. I live in Kentucky. I'm in Springfield, Ohio. I'm only 3 hours away from home. The 4 p.m. bus, it ran from 4 to 10 p.m. because it had a little layover in between. Cool, not a problem. I rode the first bus for like 2 hours and some change. Rode the second bus for like 2 hours and some change. That's great compared to all these other buses like 7 hours, 8 hours, 3 hour layover. No, we're not doing that. We're not doing 3 hour transfer times. That's miserable as hell. So I'm like, I really want to catch this 4 p.m. bus because like it has seats I want available. Like, you can check all this on Greyhound, like the seats you want, all this stuff. I'm like, I really want this 4 p.m. bus. So get there. He doesn't get here till noon. I'm like, fuck. Order me some breakfast. Once again, I'm having to pay to feed myself here. Granted, they're paying for the hotel, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I'm getting paid true up pay, but like, I'm paying for my food. I had to buy laundry, more t-shirts. I'm spending money. And I ain't got but one check, and that was from orientation. I still haven't got this last week of true up pay. And they better pay it out, I'm gonna whoop their ass. So I get paid this Friday from US Express, and that'll be my last check from them. Get to the terminal. He don't get there till noon. So I eat. I check in with him because I wanted to give him time to get in the shop. I check in with him like 12:40. I don't want to just come in at 12:20 and be like, hey, or 12:05, hey, all up in his face. I gave him time to get in to get settled. It's 12:40. I go and I find him. I talk to him about everything that's going on. He's like, yeah, I just got here. I'm still going through emails because it's been 40 minutes. But that's what happened. Like most people use their first hour, hour and a half at work, especially if they're not like monitored. He's not monitored. And I'm not mad at the man, but it's just like most people use their first hour, hour and a half, just checking emails and all, talking to people. Most people don't start working unless they like if you're a cashier, yeah, you have to come in and get straight to it. But if you don't have to, most people can like run around for however long they want and then get to their work. So he's like, yeah, I'm still checking emails. I'm like, goddamn, it's 12:40. He's like, I'm still checking emails, blah 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 blah. He's like, he was real cool. He was like, I asked him, I was like, so what exactly are you supposed to do that nobody else can do apparently? Basically, I guess the guy for the alignment machine, because their alignment machine is always messing up, and he's the best one at like troubleshooting it and fixing it and getting it to fix the alignment on the truck itself, blah blah blah. I'm like, okay, so he's the guy for the alignment machine. He was like, if I can't get it done, I can call our alignment rep and we can either troubleshoot on the phone, or if I still can't fix it at that point, that's when he will call him to see what he can come out there. I said, okay, so based off history, I said, I'm not to the rush hour, but like based off history, give me a true answer on can he get here today, tomorrow, next week? Like based off history, how soon can he get here? I just want a real answer so I can tell these people the truth about, like, so I can give them an accurate answer so I can get the fuck home. So he's like, if he's in the area, he'll come today. He said if not, he might have to push it out 2 days or so. He said it'll more than likely be tomorrow would be the soonest he can get here. I'm like, okay. So from 12:40 till about like 2ish o'clock, he has my phone number, so he knows to call me whenever he gets an answer, right? But as I'm just sitting there at the terminal, and I'm not like, because I told you I make decisions based. I can make impulsive decisions, um, whenever I am upset or angry. I'm working on that. But I sat with myself and I said, Tanel, what is really keeping you here aside from the money? Because at this point, I've already secured. It's Monday now, right? I've already secured that first week of true up pay. I got that coming in. But at this point, I'm like, what is really keeping me here aside from the money that I think I'm going to make, or that I know I can stand to make on this account? What's keeping me here? Nothing much. Granted, I haven't gotten started with them to know the ins and outs, but like, just the anticipation of the money, right? That's what we all in trucking for anyway. Nobody gets into trucking to see the insights. You get into trucking for some damn money. So I'm like, other than that, I don't really have it. I'm just holding on for money. And I asked myself, I told myself, like, you're doing the same thing you did at CFI. Like, I never told y'all the story about my trainer, Mike, at CFI. They call him the Flying Hawaiian. He's horrible. Um, I left CFI at same amount of time. I trained with him for like a week or so. I sat in California with this man for 4 days. Sidebar, but like he was the worst trainer I've ever had. He was Hawaiian. He was making a lot of like racial jokes about black people. Um, and I could tell based off the jokes he was making, he's never even really had any proximity to black people. And like most people try to paint us as like thugs and all this and that, racist shit. If you really know black people, you know there's just like any other race. I don't know. I guess we get picked apart because people are obsessed with us for some reason. But like in every race, you're gonna have the ghetto people. You're gonna have the upper class people. You're gonna have the rich ones, the poor ones. You're gonna have the people that weren't raised right. This is a universal thing. This isn't just a black thing. But non-black people tend to become very hyper fixated on black people for whatever y'all weird reasons may be. Y'all be like fixated on like y'all just think we're just ghetto. Da, da, da. Especially if you don't know, if you didn't grow up around black people, don't try to start when you get older and you already all have all these weird ideas of black people. Just stay the from black people. That's what you can do for us if you're non-black. Just keeping it 100. So he's making all these racial jokes and all this and that about like, oh, black women have attitudes, and it's just like I could just tell you've never even been around black people, or if you have, you've probably only been around that type of black people. You haven't been around a variety, like you. Anyway, but I'm dealing with all of this because I'm just like, man, I just want to get my truck so I can get to paying off this debt. So it's like, my mother told me like she can admire my ambition, but she doesn't like how I get so ambitious that I ignore red flags. And that's what I was doing at CFI, like ignoring all the red flags, like just trying to ignore him. Deal, mind you, his mood swings was out of the world. Like he would just start yelling at me for no reason. I don't know what the wrong with the dude. So, just cranky all the time, bitchy, a nag, like, he got on my nerves. So, just yelling at me for no reason, and I'm just dealing with all of this, just trying to get my truck, trying to just get my truck, start getting paid, get the away from him. But I'm like, I shouldn't be dealing with that type of treatment in the midst of trying to get my own truck, right? So I left CFI because of that. I tried to get another trainer. They said we were too far out to have anybody else come pick me up. So I took my own rental. I drove from California to Kentucky in 2 days. I slept in hotel parking lots with like jackets up to the window and just trying to get the fuck out of Dodge. So, anyways, and I said, I told myself, I said, I feel like I'm kind of doing it again here at US Express, where These people have given me 2 dirty trucks and basically told me, oh, we'll pay you to clean your second truck. Like, I'm not supposed, you were already paying a detailer. Why are you going to pay me to clean my own truck? That's not how this is supposed to go. So I'm like, I'm waiting on a truck that's dirty. Like, I really sat with myself with that. Like, I'm waiting on a truck that's dirty. The second one, mind you. And then my FM didn't offer a third truck. I asked him, like, is there, the only way I would accept the third truck is if it's brand new. Do y'all have anything else? Like, I don't want this truck. He says, no, that's the only truck they have available. So basically, my FM is just kind of like forcing me to deal with it at this point, right? Like, my FM kind of has this tone where, like, yeah, I'm going to help you, but I also want you to kind of suck it up in the process. And it's like, no, that's not how you should be treating a driver. Like when my first truck was dirty, and I was like, I booked me a Greyhound in a hotel. He reimbursed me, but and he's like, oh, I got another truck for you. Da, 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 da. Like my FM kind of like manipulate a little bit. Like he kind of like says things to keep you going, but then when you get there, it's not what he said it would be. It's like, you said that they can clean the hell out of a truck in Springfield, Ohio. I don't know what these other truckers' standards are. Truckers do be dirty. People be dirty. So I'm like, maybe other truckers are telling him, like, yeah, this truck is way better than the last one. You should have seen me. Like, this, or maybe everybody's experience is also different. Like I said, maybe I'm being protected from something that they didn't need protected from. I don't know. So I'm here. This truck is not at all clean. This shouldn't be anybody's standard, but I know it's probably a couple truckers out there that would have accepted that truck in that condition. All right, y'all. We got another dirty truck. Seats as nasty as ever. I don't know, like, the first sign of a non-detail truck, it'd be like all this shit. Like, Rail would have had all this shit cleaned up. I ain't gonna hold you, like, bruh. Driving me nuts. There's hair in the seats. There's like fucking hair everywhere. I'm so sick of this shit. What is up with y'all lack of cleaning skills? Y'all can call this clean? Hair all in the seats. I don't know if there's dog hair, a person's hair, but bro, there's hair on the floor over here. There's seals in the door. I don't think I don't know what they define as clean. Once again, though, I got dirty cubby. Let me put y'all on. Once again, y'all, I got dirty cubby holes. What is up with y'all with keep giving people a dirty truck? Like, seriously, what is that? What is all this shit in here? Like, y'all call this clean? That's like, what the f is really going on, bruh? It's a bug right here. It's also a little bug in this little corner. Let me see. Little stink bug. Like, this is not clean. I don't know why they call it this. I don't know why there's a broom in here. I don't know what they define as clean. This is not clean. Like, Rail would have had all this taken care of, bro. It would not look like that. Like, go fucking, another dirty cubby. They love dirty cubby holes in this. They love a dirty cubby. Like, what the fuck? This scum on the outside. Like, bro, I shouldn't have to clean it myself. At this point, man, I'm done. I don't think there's another, like, look at all this shit. What is that? Do you know how long it would take if I had to clean this truck my goddamn self and put shit on it? This truck was not clean, bro. This truck was not clean. I'm so sick of it. I don't know. I guess they define this as clean here. Like, they just make sure it's empty, but you got to do the rest. Man, what the f? Like, I feel like I'm just hopped off this bitch. And then y'all ain't seen the outside yet. So I'm like, is it because, like, because at this point I feel like I'm complaining. And my mom told me, like, you're not complaining. You just have your standards. Most people don't have standards. Most people don't have boundaries. Or most people would complain and not say anything. And how cowardly is that to allow yourself to go through something? I've already done it at CFI. I'm not doing it again. Like, I'm not abandoning myself again with accepting certain things with the goal in mind of getting to this. Like, I want to accept all this bullshit just to get, no. You shouldn't have to do that. Granted, life is going to throw stuff at you. But, like, to accept a certain level of treatment, trying to get to the next level, you can't then turn around and be like, hey, and by the way, that trainer is this way, because they're not going to believe it. You see what I'm saying? If I would have got my truck at CFI and then would have turned around and be like, hey, I need to check on him because y'all need to take him out of the trainer pool because he acts all these ways, they're going to be like, you really dealt with that? They're not going to believe it. You see what I'm saying? So when I told my mom everything that was going on, she was like, no, get the off his truck. We will find you a way home. Get off of his truck now. He's not safe to be with. And that's what I did. And then here we are at US Express. It's like I haven't even got my truck yet. Granted, I'm not dealing with no type of abuse, but like, I'm just like, but I feel like I been doing enough. Like I still say the Roach Motel had paid for my own hotel that I didn't get reimbursed for during orientation. The first truck you give me is filthy as hell. The fucking dude that you got at the counter, he's got some type of issue with black people. Don't know what his problem is. Like he was just nasty with me from the gate. But then when a white woman walked in, totally different tone with her. But when it was me and it was another black dude in there, like the tone, the night and day difference, you can feel it, the night and day difference, right? I'm like, okay, well, granted, I don't let no mechanic or no desk boy or whoever the hell run me off on my job. He worked for Total. Total is partner with US Express, but he was absolutely nasty. Like he wasn't trying to help me with anything. I need help. Like I haven't been shown around these terminals. Nothing. I just need to know. Like I'm asking him all types of questions about the truck. He's not answering. He's like, no, we don't do nothing for US Express. We don't do nothing. I'm like, there's no way. We're a partner with y'all, but y'all not supposed to do nothing. I'm like, can I get in? Do y'all detail our trucks? He's like, no, we don't detail trucks. We don't detail US Express trucks. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck his problem was. Y'all don't detail US Express trucks. Y'all don't do any work on them. Y'all just do under the hood work and that's it. I'm like, you know what? I'm fucking over this shit. So dealing with him, I'm like, man, I'm cool and gone. Then my FM's like, nah, I'll reimburse you for your Greyhound in your hotel. We'll get you another truck in Springfield, da da da. So he pays for my Greyhound in my hotel. All this stuff, right? I'm just dealing with so much. And then, mind y'all, money is being spent in the midst of this. I'm feeding myself. I'm doing all that. There's things that cost along the way. Get to Springfield. I've already told y'all this story. I'm not gonna do it again. But it's just like, when I just think about everything I've been through, and I haven't even, like, this truck is not even clean. Like, I went through all of this just to get this second truck, and it's still not clean. It's like, bro, what is the point? Like, what is the absolute point? Like, the permit book is molded. Yo, why does this paper have mold on it? Like, once again, I have to go inside of here and ask them for a reprint. Like, how the y'all just skip over this shit? The truck is misaligned. I don't think I can rely on this bunk heater back here, this S-bar. I'm used to APUs. I've never had an S-bar, where you have to turn the key to the off position and then you start the bunk heater. Mind you, my bunk heater would not kick in for shit. Like, it wouldn't kick in. Took it to the mechanic shop. He claims he got it to run, but then when I asked him to show me how to use it, I've never used the S-bar. I want to be shown how to use it. He was cool about it. He showed me how to use it. But it wouldn't kick in even with him saying, I'm like, bro, I don't have to, mind y'all, this week is about to be like 19 degrees, 3. Like, this week is going to be a cold front in Louisville and a lot of like Midwest states. Baby, if I would have been out there with no bunk heater, I would have been miserable as hell. Like, miserable. Like, and there was another dude that was in there getting his bunk heater fixed. He's like, man, this is the second time I'm getting this bunk heater fixed. It's cold as hell. Da, da, da. There was another dude in there. He said his truck was blowing out cold air, going down the road. I'm like, man, is this a sign to get the hell up out of here? Like, yeah, baby, it's cold outside. It's one thing, and when it's hot outside, you can just crack a window, but I'm only gonna deal with that for so long too. I need some AC. But to have no heat is oof. I'd rather have no heat. I'd rather have no air over no heat. Like, I need heat. It's cold. I'm like, man, my S-bar not working. All this stuff that I feel like y'all should have just caught. I'm like, I really can't trust that they went over this truck. That makes me feel unsafe. I'm also waiting on a dirty truck. Like, I just kept sitting to myself thinking, like, look at the treatment that you're dealing with. And basically your FM is just like telling you to like just deal with the shit. My FM is basically like not really trying to work with me at this point. I think he feels like to the tone he was kind of giving me was like he was still being polite, but he was like sick of my shit. But like, how are you sick of my shit when I'm the one dealing with the dirty truck? Like, he's the one who told me that the solution to the dirty truck is to go back in there and have them re-detail it. It should have already been detailed. Then after that, I'm like, hey, it's still dirty. Do you have another truck? Well, no, but at this point, you could buy some supplies and I'll reimburse you for the supplies and you can clean your own truck. This is the same solution he offered me for the first truck. This is not a solution. Like, just get me another truck and clean this one for the next driver. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. Like, I'm just sitting here thinking to myself, like, I don't think I should stay any longer, because if I get this truck and I start with them, at that point, just from a psychology standpoint, if I've already dealt with all this stuff leading up to here, Roach Motel, misalignment, all this and the third, dirty truck, they're probably gonna expect me to deal with more and more and more, and they're gonna give me these lousy ass like solutions to my problem. So I'm like, nah, I think this is the most highest way of saying get out of here. And I just kept feeling it in my gut. I said, I bet you when I get this truck back, if I get it, whenever I get it back, I bet you it's not going to be in line. So I'm still going to be waiting for nothing, for absolutely nothing. I decided, it was like 1:40, 2 o'clock ish. I called my mom. I talked about everything. I'm like, I've made my decision. Like, I'm leaving. She was like, hey, well, you know, da, da, da. My mom was in her mind. She like, girl, you should have been left. But I'm like, I got to see things through for myself. I think I've seen enough through. Like, when I tell y'all, I've been exhausted for 2 weeks. Like, I came home last night, I slept like a baby, which is why my eye is red. It was red. It's starting to like go away a little bit, but like I slept like a baby. I had sleep encrusted my eyes. I wouldn't get no sleep at none of these hotels because the first hotel, obviously, I forgot, I had roaches and some more shit. So wasn't getting no sleep there. Then I go to the quality. I'm not getting any sleep at these motels because it's like you keep waking up and you're hoping that there's no bugs on you, on your stuff. Like, I'm checking through my stuff every day. All like my mental is just fried. Like, my nervous system can't rest. Like, I have to keep waking up, making sure I'm dumping my bags every day, making sure there's no roaches in my shit. Like, I don't want to bring roaches home. I ain't got no roaches. I ain't trying to have none. So my mind is just like in hyper aware mode, and that's exhausting mentally. And then I'm exhausted physically because I'm constantly on Greyhounds. Like, they didn't offer me a rental not once during this time here at US Express, and I asked and they still said no. Like, my body's tired. Like, when you keep riding buses and it's a lot, and I'm hauling this heavy luggage around, like it gets to be a lot. And then it's like the Greyhound is an experience within itself. If you know, you know. Like, I'm running on no sleep. My mind is constantly wondering if I'm making the right decision, if I'm on the right path. And then like you get to your destination, and you just keep getting bad news back to back, or you just keep experiencing all these L's. It's just like, at this point, I think I need to get the fuck out of here. I've held on long enough. I feel like I don't regret my decision. I felt like I held on long enough to see it through. Didn't work out. So, alright, I'm gonna cut my losses here. I'm not gonna spend any more money on feeding myself and whatnot. And then just the whole thing of like constantly going back and forth from the terminal hotel, like, just to keep being told you're gonna have to wait. So, and then the hotel was so loud, man. It was a nice hotel, the Comfort Inn at the off Springfield. Nice hotel, but the sound barrier is trash. So I spent all day Saturday and Sunday at the terminal just to get away from the hotel. And it just gets boring because you're just sitting around. Like, I don't know about y'all. There's only so many YouTube videos I can watch, baby. It's only so many songs I can listen to. Like, even when driving, I've only been driving for 2 years, but I've gotten to the point where I can no longer listen to music all day, podcasts all day. Even if I'm learning something, it just gets to a point where you just want silence and just work. So there's only so much I can do. Like, I don't have a lazy spirit anymore. I used to, not gonna hold you. I'm coming out of that, so it's like I'm sitting around and watching TV all day. Yeah, I'm working out and stuff. Like, sidebar, the gym at this damn terminal, nothing works. The gym at the terminal, the treadmill was down, the other machine was down, the sink wasn't working. Like, it's another room that there was a bathroom that's out of order. All the driver's amenities is out of order except for the damn laundry room, but one of the dryers didn't work. Like, why don't y'all get all this stuff fixed up for the drivers? Like, all the shit is running for the fleet managers, but for stuff for the drivers, everything out of order. My gym, my hotel, same thing. Like, nothing worked in there. I had to like I had to like call it nigger rigging if you black. I had to nigger rig the damn little weightlifting machine just to even get a little workout on there. I try to use a treadmill, it don't have no incline. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna just warm up on here for like 15 minutes, get the blood flowing, get a little sweat going, right? Motherfucking machine, the treadmill stopped me. I almost fell and almost busted my damn mouth and had an error message. So I unplugged it for 10 seconds, replugged it. That normally works. It didn't work. It still had an error message. I'm like, well, fuck this hotel then. And then there was an elliptical that didn't work. There was a biking machine, which I don't even use those, but that didn't work. I'm like, there's nothing in here to work. So I had to nigger rig the damn weightlifting machine, the cable machine, to like do tricep extensions, bicep curls. Like, I'm like, this I did like some back and some lats. I just want a solid workout. Like a bitch just want to work out. I'm trying not to be lazy here. I'm just trying to work out. So got my little workout in, did some little crunches and all this stuff. I'm trying not to have the spirit of laziness, and this motherfucker is trying to force me into the spirit of laziness. So anyways, right? I get to the terminal, and I'm just sitting here all day long. I'm miserable as hell. Like, I don't have a game system with me. My PlayStation 4 is back here. I don't touch it. I don't have a PlayStation 5 because I don't play video games that much anymore. What I don't have time, and then I'm just, like I said, when I do have time, I like to occupy my time with learning what I want to do, working out, mental decompression. Like, I don't really care to sit around and play video games all day. So now when GTA 6 comes out, probably will buy a PlayStation 5, not gonna hold you. So I'm just sitting here thinking, like, I'm waiting on a dirty truck and all the stuff I've been through, and then his solution was for me to clean it, and I'm just like, I feel goofy. I feel like hella stupid and hella goofy to myself at this point, because I'm like, I'm waiting for a dirty truck that this man told me to clean myself when it should have already been cleaned. And technically, you're not paying me to clean my truck. You're just half-ass reimbursing me for the cleaning tools. You're not gonna pay me $200 to clean my truck, $300 to clean my truck. And even if you did, I don't want to do it. I shouldn't have to. Shit. It's like, I feel like getting a truck should be like moving into an apartment. Your apartment should be clean when you get there, right? But you're gonna do your own cleaning to feel at home, to feel better walking around barefoot, to feel better when you lay down. Like, that's how I feel like getting a truck should be, and it wasn't that. So it's like moving into an apartment and the toilet seat's up and you see like little piss stains. And then the air filter ain't been changed. And then like the sink got like little old like pops, like, you know how you spill pop and it gets sticky? It's like that. It's like, I feel like that's how it's been presenting the truck to me. I wouldn't take an apartment like that or a house like that, so I'm not. I thought to myself, like, I shouldn't be taking a truck like this, because what are they going to expect me to deal with down the line, just psychology wise? Like, because they're probably going to remember, like, oh, you're the one that complains, but you end up dealing with it anyway. So no, I was like, let me cut my losses. Let me get the fuck out of here. In the midst of that, of me waiting as well, before I called my mom, I called other companies. I'm like, and I'm seeing other companies have the same accounts as, they have Family Dollar accounts, they have Dollar General accounts, Dollar Tree. I want a dollar account, but I won't. If I can, I want the Dollar General fresh account, because based off my YouTube research, I've seen that that's like the best account to be on, just for what I'm looking for. So I'm like, shit, if I ain't got to touch every single box in the truck, and I can just do rotainers and down stacking, cool. Granted, is there going to be a physical element to that? Of course, but that's what I'm looking for anyway. That's what I'm looking for. But this will be better than touching every single box. So I'm like, cool, I'd rather do this. I tried to go directly through Dollar General. It wasn't working out because they wanted me to get myself to Bowling Green to pick up my truck, and they wanted me to get myself to Walton, Kentucky for orientation. Walton, Kentucky is an hour away from me. Bowling Green's an hour and a half away from me. I don't have a car, and my car can't go that far, and I'm not paying a Uber I'm not doing that. Like, I would have to spend money getting started with y'all. Like, and who's to say if I was to order an Uber, I've looked it up, a Lyft from Louisville to Bowling Green is $200. That can change based on peak hours, blah, blah, blah. What if I was to end up paying $200-$300 for an Uber and I get down there and the truck's dirty or something wrong, and then no. So I'm like, man, I can't go through Dollar General directly, but other companies are partner with Dollar General, and I found one of those companies. Called them, told them all the things they asked me for, all the questions, like, oh, have you had a DUI in the past 5 years? No. Told them all of this good stuff, and I ended up securing me another job, and I could have started Wednesday. What's funny is they were right around the corner from me, like, so I could have started Wednesday, but I'm like, I need to reset. I need to go home, repack this bag. I need to reset. So I thought about it, I was like, man, I'm right around the corner. I could start Wednesday, but I'm like, no, I'm not ready. So I'm getting packed. I'm getting laundry washed and all this other good stuff now. So I'll be ready to roll. I leave out Sunday. They're gonna give me a rental car, and they're gonna give me a rental car. And then Monday, I'll get there Sunday night for orientation. Now, they have me staying in a hotel, not a motel. They have me staying in a hotel, but this hotel has mixed reviews. But if I'm being honest, the hotel I stayed in, the Comfort Inn I stayed in with US Xpress, also had mixed reviews, but it turned out to be a great hotel. Just the sound barrier was garbage. And the other Comfort Inn I stayed in, the one that I paid for initially that they're going to reimburse me for, that hotel also had mixed reviews. But when I stayed there, great hotel. I'm hoping this is the same thing, because these people claim like, oh, the orientation is 5 days. I don't know whose orientation is 5 goddamn days, but damn. But yeah, they're saying the orientation is 5 days. But then she said, I'm assuming that they're saying 5 days, but if you get your stuff back sooner, like, because we have to give them a hair follicle and a urine test on site as well, which is weird to me. Like, why are y'all doing this? But they want us to give them a hair follicle and a urine test first day. And I guess, they'll go ahead and tell you 5 days so that you don't, like, I guess because so you're already expecting to be here. Get there, orientation 5 days. If you get your stuff back sooner, they claim we're also going to get our trucks from on site at that terminal, and then I can go home, get it loaded up, and then she wasn't able to see that this is the thing too. Like, she wasn't able to tell me. I'm like, am I going to get training for this account? Like, when does that happen? What are the steps after orientation? I guess it's going to be the same thing where I will have to wait to talk to my fleet manager to ask him or her, like, when do I get training for this account? Am I going to shadow somebody, or am I going to ride on their truck with them? And if so, for how long? Or are y'all going to just have me watch videos? And that's how I would learn how this account works. Like, so what do y'all plan on doing? My whole thing is, like, what do y'all plan on doing to help me learn how to do this account? She's like, oh, she's weird. Like, it was weird when she said it. She was like, oh, well, I don't think there's any training for this account. I think they just have you, like, do a refresher or, like, watch a video and they'll show you how to do the account. I'm like, there's got to be some element of training involved, because when I look on y'all, when I look up on YouTube and I see, like, people training, like, for y'all's company, I see people training people. I'm like, there's going to be some training involved. Like, how do you not have that information? And then anytime I watch a video on, like, people talking about how they got their start on their account and how they all got trained. So I don't know what the hell she was talking about, but I'll be having some type of training done. I just don't know, like, if I'm going on somebody's truck or am I just following them around shadowing. Like, I don't know. So I'm going to do some type of training. So once I get my truck, or maybe I'll go training first and think about, like, I don't know how long that's going to last. So orientation supposed to be 5 days. I'm going to pack probably like 5 days worth of clothes, and once I get close to the end, I'm gonna wash my clothes and re-wear them, obviously, because it would be pretty pointless to try and pack 2 weeks worth of clothes. Just doing too much. So I'm gonna pack 5 days worth of clothes. Probably on day 4, I'll wash, or probably on day 5, I'll wash what I wore day 1 through 4. That's how I'm gonna do it, so I don't have to pack so much, because these big blue bags is nothing to play with. Like, these are heavy as shit. Like, I seen 2 other people with my bag, and I'm just like, I'm praying for you, because these bags ain't no joke. So, but yeah, man, I decided to just go ahead and get up out of there. I'm like, I'm waiting on a dirty truck. Like, look, I'm worth more than this. Like, I have boundaries. I got my boundaries. I got my standards. Y'all don't meet them. This sucks, but I had to just get out of here. So I left. I caught that 4 p.m. Greyhound like I wanted to. I got to sit by myself both times, so that's great. And then I got here at like 10 p.m. last night. I got me some Taco Bell. I brushed my teeth. I washed my face, and I knocked out. So I didn't get up till like 9 something this morning. Now here I am. I'm just going ahead and repack this bag now just to have it ready. Like, I like to be ready ahead of time for stuff, so that's what I'm doing. It's gonna be hella cold next week. It's gonna be hella cold this week and next week, so I'm packing extra warm clothes, especially since I plan to run a reefer account. Being inside of a reefer in the wintertime, I'm sure it's gonna be extra cold, so I might end up having to pack both bags. I'm really trying my hardest not to. We're gonna see how that works out, but because I'm having to pack winter clothes is thick, so yeah, that's what I'm doing at this moment. But I decided to go ahead and cut out of US Express. Express. I don't regret it. I'm not even gonna say that I wish I would have made the decision sooner. I let them stack up their own case. Like, I let them pretty much they showed me why I shouldn't be there. I don't think this is everybody's experience, but it was mine, and I'm worth more than a dirty truck, bro. Like, I would have been a great driver for y'all. For y'all to give me this dirty truck and expect me to deal with it, that's some BS. So I'm glad I made the decision. I'm happy that I got paid to wait. I am very grateful that I got paid to wait. Like I said, I get paid this Friday. If anything goes wrong with that, I'm raising all hell. Like, I should get paid. I waited. Like, fair and square. I waited. So then I make the call to quit. And the first lady that's covering for my FM, she's like, "Oh, are you for real? Like, you really want to leave? Like, is there any other account that we can offer? I'm like, nah, I really wanted this one. When I really sit and think about it, man, I'm waiting on a dirty truck and I'm having to spend money to feed myself. Granted, y'all are paying me to wait, but like y'all not covering my meals. Like I'm spending the money that's coming back to me. So I just feel stupid. I'm doing all this complaining and I'm still staying. I just feel goofy to myself. Like I'd rather just cut out of here and leave. I don't think it's gonna be a good fit for me down the road. So she's like, okay, da da da. She, best of wishes to you. I'm like, yeah, thank you, appreciate it. Bye. So my FM, there's a guy above him. I don't know what his title is, but he calls me and he's like, is there anything we can do for you? Da, da, da. I hate that this is going this way. We haven't even been able to get started with you. I'm like, yeah, it's your fault. It ain't their fault, but it's like, I don't. It's not their fault per se. Like I'm sure if they could have gotten me a truck that met my standards, I would have did that. But it's not really on them to clean the trucks. It's not their job. It's the fucking detailer's job. So, but I told him, I'm like, man, y'all gotta get a better detailer up here. Like, I told him what I wanted. He doesn't speak English, so that's already a problem. I'm like, I told him what I wanted, and he still didn't do it. Like, what am I supposed to do with that? When I tell you what I want, you still don't do it. He's like, oh, I understand, da, 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 but like, is there anything else we can do for you? Like, and then he offers me what I asked for in the first place. He's like, can I get you a new truck? If this one is not working out, I understand. He said, I don't want you to feel like we're blowing you off. He said, I understand, you're waiting. And, I'm like, hey, I got to spend money. I got to feed myself. Like, this isn't coming back to me. Granted, I'm getting paid for the week, but like, I'm spending the money that's coming back. Like, no, like, he's like, I understand that. He's like, can I offer you a third truck? He said, I probably won't have one ready today. He said, I got some drivers turning in some trucks, soon later on this week. They're going to have to go through the truck, getting cleaned. And then I'm like, no, because if this is that's what this was supposed to be. Like, I waited for this truck to be turned in. I waited for this truck. Granted, I waited at home, so the wait was comfy. I waited for this truck to be turned in and cleaned. It's not cleaned. And it wasn't properly inspected before it was given to me. Third time's the charm. I'm not giving you a third time. I'm sorry. So I'm like, no, I'm good. I'm cool. Like, I appreciate y'all for trying to accommodate me, but really not really. But no, like to me, the solution is not like an abusive relationship. Like if you punch me in the eye, oh baby, I'm sorry, I can buy makeup. No, like, so you punch me in my eye already. Like the solution is not a cover up or let's just get you another one or like, oh, you break my phone and you want to buy me another one. That's not a solution to me. You shouldn't have broke my phone in the first place. It's like, scratch that analogy. New analogy. It's like if somebody sells you a phone that's got a crack in it. Why the fuck would I want to pay you full price for a phone that's got a crack in it? And then they go, oh, well, I'll get you another phone, but just wait a couple days. No, you start to feel like you're being scammed. It's like, no, you should have just presented it to me the first time. Maybe you could have bamboozled me on the second one, but you already showed me that you're not credible. So it's like, out my face. So I'm like, man, I'm not. A third truck? Mind you, the FM said y'all didn't have a third truck. So you're all of a sudden offering a third truck. Now I'm feeling played on. Like I said, I think my little FM was a little manipulator. Like he makes it sound good. Like, oh, they can polish a turd up there at Springfield, Ohio. And I get here and it's like, this is a turd. It was not polished. Like, this truck is not clean. When I had to get it re-detailed. Like, it just keeps ringing in my head. Bitch, you had to get your truck re-detailed. Why are you still here? And it still wasn't clean. I'm cool. I'm good. I'm gone. So, yeah. I guess it just wasn't meant for me to be there. Hey, it is what it is. So found a new company to go with. I'm super grateful. I hope this goes through. I hope this goes well. No expectations. Once again, I hope. Like I prayed on it. I hope it goes well. I hope there's no like hiccups to where I can't start with them because, like I said, I'm on a contingent. If I'm saying that word right, I think I'm on a contingent offer right now. I haven't really fully been like set for orientation, so they have to wait on like stuff to come back. You sign the clearinghouse and you sign some other form, and then you wait on them to call you back and let you know, oh, we got all your paperwork back, the NVR, everything checks out, your DAC report. You have to wait on all that stuff. So, hopefully there's no hiccups there, and then I can start orientation. And I pray. I pray. All I can do is pray and leave it up to the Most High. I'm really trying not to stress out. I know if something goes wrong, I'm probably gonna, like, I know myself, but like I'm just telling myself, like, don't stress too much. Like, if this don't work out, we're not even gonna put that in the air. So anyways, right, I'm moving on to another company. So that's what I'm doing. So I'm packing my bag up for this orientation. That's the update I got for y'all for now. Yeah, no more US Express. No more US Express. It's so crazy. Like, it's so crazy. Like, when I tried to go with CFI, it was like a 2-week run. When I tried to go with JB Hunt, I wasn't even able to get the orientation. I don't even have to put JB Hunt on my resume because I wasn't able to even get in their system. Quality Carriers, the same. I think I was with Quality Carriers though for like a month or so. Here we are now, US Express. I was there for like 2 weeks. Everything outside of rail transport just doesn't seem to work. So I'm hoping. And the reason why is because it's the lack of training. Like, well, I couldn't get through training with CFI. I just told y'all why. JB Hunt couldn't even get to the Greyhound never came. And then when I asked him, like, hey, I'm not really willing to wait on another bus. Can I have a rental? Like, no. Well, I ain't coming. Quality Carriers, I was not properly trained at all to haul chemicals. I never even ran one chemical with my trainer. They had me running water tanks. They had me running local. They had me doing, like, when I came out of training, I was doing local work. Running empty tanks and water tanks. Like 10, 20 miles away, and that was it. I'm not hauling chemicals. I'm not putting on the chemical suit. I'm not doing anything that's gonna prepare me for what I'm really supposed to be doing. And then it comes out at the end, finally, that y'all admit that y'all don't have the freight for us to even practice. What did you hire me for? Like, I was so pissed. Like, they were trying to turn me from one account to another, and I'm like, no, I want the account that I was offered by your recruiter. They're like, well, basically how the recruiter described it to me is not what it was. I'm so tired of the lies in this goddamn industry. So, this Express, I just told y'all what happened. I'm at home. At least waiting here, I have shit to do at home. And I don't have to pay to feed myself because I got food in my damn fridge. And there's activities to do. Like, I have a gym in my apartment that actually works. It's fully functional. I can change my clothes. I can wash clothes for free here. Like, I don't have to pay to wash clothes. Again, the terminal's laundry was free, but, like, I don't have to get there to... It's just there's no extra steps here. Everything's here. Hope this next job goes well. Based off how she described it, I might even be able to make a little more money on this account versus the Family Dollar accounts. I'll be documenting my journey for that as well. Not gonna reveal the company. Y'all know how I do. I reveal it at the end. All that was for nothing. All of that was for absolutely nothing. But hey, it is what it is. Keep level-headed about it. Keep pushing. I'm grateful that I got another opportunity so fast. That's all I got for y'all. That's the update. Bye. I forgot to tell y'all that the guy from the shop, so I'm sitting waiting on my second bus at the Greyhound. And the guy from the shop, James, he calls me and he's like, oh, so about your truck, there's like 4 sensors on the alignment machine and 2 of them wouldn't line up. So he called the alignment rep and then he said the alignment rep wouldn't be out there till Wednesday. So with that being said, that means I would have been staying in the hotel for Monday night, Tuesday night, and then Wednesday we would have had to see what, you know what I'm saying, what would have been what. I'm glad I left. Once again, I shouldn't have to. When you're ready to launch out, truck should be clean, already pre-tripped from the rooter to the tutor, ready to rock. I wasn't gonna stick around for that shit. So, it would have been 2 more days of me feeding myself. No. So, I went ahead and told him, hey, I resigned, da da da. And when I tell him that, he's like, oh, okay, sorry to hear that. I guess this will be an open seat for another driver. And he said something along the lines of like, basically, I guess, like I would hope they're still gonna fix that alignment, but like, he was like, oh, I guess basically they can put it on backlog. I think that's what I heard him say. And I'm just like, no, you should go ahead and get it fixed. Like, granted, there's no driver assigned to it, but don't let a driver become assigned to it to then fix the problem. You're gonna have another driver waiting. Just fix it. Like, I was like, ain't no way. He just said that basically, oh, well, guess we don't have to get to it that fast now. Like, yes, you do. That's gonna be somebody's truck. It's already dirty. At least they already got to clean it. The least you can do is get the alignment done. So, but he was cool about it. Wished me well. Got off the phone, and I'm just like, it's no fucking way. Like, it's no way And he's like, oh, well, we'll just leave this as open seat and see if the next driver, like, no, get it done now. And he really, really clean it. And then, you know, get it to the next driver. And then get that permit book, get those molded pages out of there. And make sure the S bar works, because it wasn't kicking in when you needed it to. So, like, get all that together. So, ain't my problem anymore. I can't worry about it too much. I hope they get it done for the next driver. They probably won't. So, yeah. I forgot to tell y'all that part, though. But this man called me at 6 p.m. So, if I would have waited, I would have had to catch that 1 a.m. Greyhound. I would have been mad as shit. So, like I said, I'm just glad I got out of there. That's all I had. Yeah, just that little piece right there.